Welcome back to Turn Pain into Power podcast. Today's episode is personal and intentional. So I thought I'd do it in the comfort of my own home for you guys. Please remember to go ahead and check out my custom t-shirts, www.custom-art-t-shirts.myshopify.com. Yes, so let's get right into today's topic. Today's topic is the devil will attack you at your greatest weakness. And our second topic is the difference between feeding your flesh versus fulfilling your soul. You have to be intentional. Yes. So let's hop right into our first topic. The devil is a lie, y'all. The devil is a lie, and the devil will send you all types of distractions to get you in your feelings, to cloud your mind so that you cannot make clear, conscious decisions, clear, conscious choices. The devil seeks to distract you. Keep your mind clouded. The devil don't like you to have a clear mind. Anytime I'm out here doing good, my thought process is clear. I'm not falling into temptation. I'm into the word. The devil will go ahead and throw me a curveball. The devil will go ahead and throw me a distraction to get me off my game. And that's what I mean by the devil will attack you at your greatest weakness. The devil knows what your greatest weakness is. Sometimes our greatest weakness is lust, for example. So the devil will sit there and throw a person from your past to tempt you to fall back into your old ways. So, y'all, I'm going to give y'all a personal experience because this happened not too long ago. So I've been practicing celibacy. I've been into the word. I've been feeding my soul. I've been doing things that really bring me peace and joy. And I'm not sitting out here just falling into the distractions. Why the devil will sit here and send me an eater each and every time? And it'll make me think, and what do I mean by eater? It's somebody that wants to fulfill you sexually. Let's just say that. And it could be somebody from your past. It could be somebody that maybe is attractive to you, somebody that has the qualities in a man that you no longer are attracted to and that you've outgrown. So a lot of the times we fall for lust. We fall for a man's looks, maybe how he upholds himself. And it's nothing but the devil at work, y'all. It really is. It really is. And you have got to stay above the temptation because every time you're doing good, notice how the devil will throw you an attack at your greatest weakness. Some people's greatest weakness is drugs. Some people's greatest weakness is going out. Some people's greatest weakness is codependency. Other people's greatest weakness is maybe lust. Maybe you practice in celibacy. And what does the devil do? Attack you at your greatest weakness. Oh, I know she's practicing celibacy. I know she's doing good. I know she's focused on her craft. She's focused on her purpose. I know she's not trying to fall back into her old patterns. So I'm going to throw somebody from her past that is going to fulfill her sexually, or that is going to just make her fall into temptation or tempt her to fall into temptation. So I just had to share this, y'all, because I know somebody out there is struggling with this. And just know that is the devil's trickery. The devil will attack you at your greatest weakness because he wants you to go ahead and fall back into your old ways. The devil don't want you to fulfill your goals, to fulfill your purpose, walk in God's divine timing. Because when you have clarity of mind, you can make the right choices and you won't fall into the devil's traps. And what do I mean by the devil will attack you at your greatest weakness? Well, so the devil, boy, let me tell y'all, the devil plays. The devil likes to play. Sometimes, and I know y'all gonna feel me, I know somebody out there going through this too. When you start getting closer to the word, when you start getting closer to God, and you stop falling into temptation, you stop feeding into the BS, you start distancing yourself from people that have no good intentions for you, and you start doing things that are fulfilling to your soul. You know what I mean? You start doing things that bring you peace, that bring you joy, that bring you purpose. You start walking in your purpose and you stop falling into these distractions that are just that, distractions. They hold you back from fulfilling your true purpose and walking in your calling. The devil will align things in your life for you to sit here and think, oh, well, maybe it was supposed to be like that. Maybe it was supposed to work out like that. Whole time is just coincidental. It's just how the devil aligns things to be to keep you in your emotions, to cloud your thought process so that you cannot make clear, conscious choices and fall into temptation. Be careful, y'all, and beware. The more you feed your soul, fasting is another way to feed your soul, because when you fast, you are taking these things that, and I mean like fasting in general. You can fast from food, you can fast from people, you can fast from social media, you can fast from temptation, you can fast from distractions, things that you do in your daily life that hold you back from accomplishing your goals. And this is, the devil is very strategic. So, like, if the devil knows that you are walking in God's divine calling, you are doing things that keep your clarity of mind on point, that keep you focused on the right thing, that are starving your distractions, the devil will go ahead and throw a distraction. The devil will go ahead and throw an attack. And he will attack your greatest weakness, because what the devil wants is for you to stay in a state of confusion. When you are in a state of confusion and when you are into your emotions, you cannot think clearly. When you cannot think clearly, you cannot make the right choices for yourself. And that's how the devil will hold you in bondage. A lot of people out here don't know that they're being held in bondage by the hobbies that they follow every day, because those hobbies are holding them back from accomplishing their goals. Ah, yes, your girl is speaking, y'all. And like I said, this topic here is very personal. And the next topic we're about to speak about is very intentional. So that's why I wanted to do it in the comfort of my home, because it's very intentional and it's very personal. Yes, and we about to hop into our second topic. Now, this topic right here, y'all, this topic is intentional, and this topic is something that I have recently gone through, because recently I have been working on fulfilling my soul and not fulfilling my flesh. So yes, most recently I've been very focused on doing things that fulfill my soul and my heart, and not and holding back from fulfilling things of my flesh. Because when you fulfill things of your flesh, that's not bringing you no closer to the word. Like, that's not bringing you closer to your purpose. That's not really fulfilling your soul. That's fulfilling temptation. That's fulfilling your flesh. Your flesh is the physical experience here that we are on earth. So, like, to the touch, like, you can feel that. So when you fulfill your flesh all your life and you are walking in your purpose and you start following God's plan, you start seeing how God will align you to start fulfilling things that fulfill your soul, not your flesh. So, and that's what we're about to talk about, y'all. Please remember to go ahead and check out my custom t-shirts. Link is in the bio, also on your screen, www.custom-art-t-shirts.myshopify.com. All right, y'all. So let's get right into this topic. The difference between fulfilling your soul versus fulfilling your flesh. Yes. And a lot of people out here have never, ever, ever done anything else than fulfill their flesh. Because in this worldly world that we live in, this is a physical experience. So it is only, and I want y'all to understand that. I don't want y'all to feel bad that y'all out here fulfilling your flesh and have never fulfilled your soul, because this is an empowering message to maybe awaken you and bring you closer to that point in your life where you need to start making decisions that will really align you to fulfill your purpose and follow your passions and your goals and your dreams, and make it a reality. Like, living and leading the life that you want to live is not for the weak. It is very easy to fall into temptation and to get attached to these worldly things that we've been exposed to for the majority of our life. So never sit out here and feel bad that you are still fulfilling your flesh, because it's a spiritual journey. And just like I said, it's a journey. So you got to get there. Right now, I'm in the point in my life where I am not focused on fulfilling my flesh. And that is the difference between fulfilling your soul versus fulfilling your flesh. Yes. So when you fulfill your soul, y'all, it is such a fulfilling experience that you won't even be craving food. Like, fulfilling your soul is doing things that fulfill your soul, that fill your heart with joy, love, purpose, peace, that bring you closer to God, that bring you closer to doing things that are not things that are just going to be an attachment to you. Let me give you a perfect example. When you are focused on fulfilling your soul, you are doing things to better yourself. You are doing things to enrich yourself. And you feel so good. You feel so fulfilled that you no longer crave things of exterior. And what do I mean by exterior? Things that are outside of you, outside of your control. Drugs, alcohol, food. Food can be an addiction as well. Sex, sexual sexual tendencies. There's a number of things that are of the flesh, and that is the difference between when you fulfill your soul versus when you fulfill your flesh. Now, fulfilling your flesh is something that you think is a need that is not a need. It's really an addiction. It's something that you're used to doing. It could be a bad habit. It could be drinking and then feeling the need to have sex with whoever. It could be, and then fulfilling your flesh is momentary. Is momentarily fulfilling yourself. It's not a fulfillment that you're gonna feel like, oh, I fulfilled my soul. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't need no more of that. It'll keep fulfilling your flesh will keep you coming back. That's the main difference right there. An alcoholic will continue to crave more alcohol after the effect is gone. Fulfilling your soul, it's a feeling that you won't have to refill every time you have a craving. Nah, baby, because you good. So right now I'm at the point in my life where I am starving my flesh. The need and the cravings that I thought were necessary to make me happy are no longer that. And that is the difference between fulfilling your soul versus fulfilling your flesh. Fulfilling your flesh is momentary happiness. It's only a fulfillment until you want more. Fulfilling your soul, that's that's a fulfillment. That's God. That's God's love right there. Yes. And I'm gonna give y'all one more example. When you fulfill your soul, it brings purpose, it brings love, it brings joy, it brings peace, and it is not a temporary fulfillment. You will feel so good, so fulfilled that you won't even be hungry. And I ain't even making this up, y'all. After prayer night with my soul sisters, I don't be craving no food. I don't be craving nothing because it's not a temporary fulfillment. It's a type of fulfillment that really brings you closer to where you're going. It really brings your soul's joy, not temporary happiness. And that is the difference between fulfilling your soul versus fulfilling your flesh. When you are attached to worldly things and you are addicted to worldly things, you are addicted to feeding your flesh. Anything your flesh craves, whether it's food, whether it's drugs, whether it's people, whether it's social media, whether it's temporary distractions. Anytime that you are fulfilling your flesh, you are temporarily filling yourself up with something that makes you feel happy for the moment. It's not for good, it's temporary. And I wanted to share this message with y'all because when you are on this journey of starving the flesh and fulfilling your soul, you have to be intentional because the devil will throw all types of distractions your way to bring you back into bondage and bring you back 10 steps from where you were to the old patterns that you used to follow. If you've let go of a certain type of man, you no longer crave their attention, you no longer even have that type because it's not good for you, you've learned from your mistakes, then the devil will throw those types of men in other ways, in other forms. I'll give you that type of attention and it will get you back into your emotions because the devil don't want you to fulfill your purpose here on earth because the devil wants you to fulfill his purpose. So holding you back in bondage, keeping you in your emotions, keeping you in a state of confusion, that's all the devil's trickeries. All the devil's trickeries, y'all. So stay safe out here in these streets And if you are on this journey of starving the flesh and fulfilling your soul, stay strong and be intentional. Anything and everything I do now in my life today is intentional because I have a greater purpose that I'm trying to get to. And I'm not trying to fulfill myself, my flesh, and my temporary habits. I ain't doing all that. Nah, I ain't doing all that. I ain't doing no temporary nothing. Everything is valid over here on this end. Everything is of God. Everything is divine timing. Everything is God's calling. Everything I do, my focus, my purpose is for peace, love, passion, and purpose. Like that is true fulfillment. So if you are on this journey, I hope this message motivates you to continue to stay intentional because when you want something, all your moves got to make sense. You have to be intentional. It ain't no circumstantial because when you leave things to coincidences and circumstantial and emotions, that's when you fall into the devil's trap. And guess where the devil wants you? Back to where you came from, back to your old self, back to falling into them old patterns that you fought so hard to get away from. This channel right here is literally me turning my pain into power. And I hope that it inspires people out there that are on that walk, on that journey of trying to turn their pain into power because it's an everyday struggle. And every day, the devil will send you different distractions, different temptations to make you fall back into them old ways. And it's real easy to fall back into them old ways. Let me just let y'all know it is extremely easy because your old ways are things that you used to do and are very familiar. So they are still part of your identity. Until you outgrow those ways and you become intentional with how you move, the choices you make, you won't get to where you want to get to. So keep striving, y'all. Stay strong and continue to starve that flesh and fulfill your soul. Continue to stay 10 steps away of the devil's little trickery games and distractions because the devil will attack you at your greatest weakness, baby. Thank you for tuning in to Turn Pain into Power podcast. And remember to go ahead and check out my custom t-shirts, www.custom-art-t-shirts.myshopify.com. Link is in the bio, also on your screen. Have a blessed day, y'all.